three-match winless run a month ago. Portsmouth have now picked up a maximum points in 3 of their last 6 matches. But the following month will determine the future of the troubled club in more ways than just on the field. We sent Clem to Fratton Park with a visit of promotion-chasing Tranmere Rovers.
Some of it's unbelievable. I mean, it really is. Some of it is stuff from fiction books. It's so complicated. There's a real tangled web of deceit in amongst all of this. A lot of people just want to come and watch football and support their team.
Thank you very much.
The story of Portsmouth Football Club has become such a tangle of financial spaghetti that it's easy to forget the heights they scaled just 5 years ago. As their supporters trust fight to save the club from extinction, they face 2 key dates with destiny. In 10 days' time, the High Court will determine the value of Fratton Park and whether to release it from the clutches of former owner Balram Chiang Rai. And if that happens, the Trust must complete their takeover and exit administration before the final round of League One fixtures on April the 27th, or forfeit the club's right to play in the Football League next season.
The football club that's been here for over 100 years, you're going to be thousands of people in here today that it means a tremendous amount to, so it has to be the right outcome. It's the only chance. Portsmouth has got to survive, so the outcome, it will go our way. Things will be okay.
There's nowhere to go now. You have to do this before that final fixture.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's what the Football League have said. You know, if it's not done by then, you know, we're not going to be in the Football League, which would be catastrophic for this football club. It's just so sad that, you know, it's been allowed to happen here, and, you know, who's to blame? God knows. You know, that's for other people to find out. We just do. We concentrate on the football. You know, I think there's been so many false dawns here since December, when the first court case was meant to happen, and you keep hearing things are going to happen, and you try and find out, so you get a bit of a heads up. But we probably just thought at the end of January, listen, what's the point? What will be will be. We've got to make sure we concentrate on what's going on the pitch.
Don't drop off, we're allowed to play a good ball forward.
Squad numbers are silly, aren't they? 50 players, 40 debutants, and yet somehow it's come together. Somehow there's some sort of cohesion, and there's a real spirit suddenly to us.
Well, I think the end of January helped us, because those that stayed here knew then that they were here to the end of the season. That probably December and January were the worst I've known at a football club for the amount of uncertainty that was around. And then the end of January comes, and we managed to get a settled side and work with those players week in, week out, and that's what's been the difference.
This promised to be a tricky place for Tranmere to rediscover the form that had them sitting pretty at the top through to the start of February. Abdoulaye Balbaghi gave Simon Eastwood an early scare, but the nerves seemed to fray much faster at the other end. Rovers' defence not helped by an untimely slip, as Patrick Adjemang found David Connolly with the goal at his mercy. Ronnie Moore's men shot themselves in the foot again when Ben Gibson squandered possession. Adjemang skipped away from Ash Taylor, but for a second time Pompey's composure crumbled at the vital moment. What Guy Whittingham's strugglers required was a chance they couldn't possibly miss, and it came courtesy of Yassin Mutuakil, collecting Jeb Wallace's cute pass and finding Connolly inside the 6-yard box. A winner which cost Tranmere their place in the top 6.
Hey, Stoch, brilliant. 4 games to go. You know, who knows where it can take us, you know? You've put so much effort in, all right? It's so important we keep going. I know you will. I know you will for the next 4 games, all right? What day is today? Monday? Yeah. So Thursday.
Well done, boys.
Doncaster boss Brian Flynn predicted 1 goal would be enough to take the points against Tranmere, and so it proved. David Cotterill's 19 assists this season is the highest tally in the Football League, and he wasn't far away from a goal of his own in the first half. Cotterill did have a hand in the match winner though. His free kick helped on by Jamie McComb and smashed in by skipper Rob Jones, as Donny edged closer to an immediate championship return.
It was a big shift, big effort from the players. Second 90 minutes at home, and very professional and well rewarded.
We knew their strengths would come from set players, and that's a disappointing thing for me, that we actually sloppy free kick we've given away. Ball travels 60 yards into our box, and on the second phase, I mean, it's cost us so dear in the last six or 7 weeks. Second phase of play, people switching off, bump back of our net, we lose the game 1-0. That's 3 on the trot we've lost like that.
Tranmere's form has completely collapsed in the last few months, and after Ben Gibson was penalised for a challenge on Hartlepool's Peter Hartley, they fell behind after just 10 minutes. Simon Walton's penalty kept out by Owain Fon Williams, but Neil Austin tapped home the rebound. Hartlepool, who are all but relegated, haven't kept a clean sheet away from home all season long, and after some neat footwork, Andy Robinson went very close to an equaliser for Tranmere. It's turning into a nightmare end of the season for Rovers, because even after they were awarded a soft penalty following Hartley's challenge on Jean-Louis Akpa-Akpro, they couldn't convert the spot kick. But credit Scott Flinders for a wonderful save to deny Robinson.
You know, we got the penalty, got a bit lucky in missing it, but scoring with a rebound, and it gave us something to hang on to. You know, and it galvanised us and inspired us, and you know, it was a real back to the wall performance.
Everything depends on Swindon's midweek game now. If Swindon win that, then it's going to be difficult. There's no doubt about that. But you know, we've got to do better. We've had all the ball. You know, we've had all the ball second half more than anything. But the penalty, it's killed us a little bit, knocked the stuffing out of it. Because if you're going to give a penalty for that, there's got to be 20 penalties every time we play a game. It was a ridiculous decision.
For so long, the division's pace setters, Rovers, are stumbling towards the finish, only just in the top 10. One of their former players, John Welsh, almost increased their pain, only to see his free kick rebound off a post. Preston also rode their luck thanks to the woodwork. Bailey Wright looked to have headed an own goal past Declan Rudd, only for Welsh to spare his blushes on the line. That let off spurred Preston towards half-time. Joe Garner and Will Hayhurst combined before 19-year-old Jeffrey Monacana was presented with a chance to score his second goal in 2 games. Preston remain unbeaten at home since Simon Grayson took charge.
The last 8 weeks have been an absolute nightmare. You know, today at least we showed why we've been top of the league. I think for such a long time. I thought today they've given everything we've asked for. They've given. How we've lost the game, I'll never know.
The pre-match build-up was dominated by Tranmere's refusal to allow Bournemouth to receive the trophy should they finish as champions. In the end, talk of the title was a bit previous. Even Brett Pitman couldn't find the net on a day when the goals dried up for the division's top scorers. The 2,000 fans who followed their side to the Wirral saw them dominate a Tranmere side whose own promotion challenge collapsed. But Mark Pugh and then Josh McCoyd couldn't break the deadlock. And then they heard about events at Griffin Park.
It was the cruelest way it could ever be snatched away, but what can you do? It's out of our control. We did everything but win the game today, and that was our main focus, how we performed. I thought performance was excellent. Tranmere didn't have really any chances. We've bombarded their goal second half. We just didn't get that break we needed.